Okay, before I went too far, got too much detail on this, I want to make sure we were on the right page. I know I got all the dimensions right, and it's the windows I'm kind of mainly want to talk about now, and a few other things. One is, as near as I can tell, you were at a 912 up here, and I believe you had 712s here. I kept that at the 912, but I made this a 612. Just if you were going to have them different, that little bit, the 7 between 6 and 7, makes it a little easier to get a window in there and in back to get the 4, so that I don't get crowded too far over. So that's where I went 612 and 612 on the lower roofs. And as far as windows go, I'll just go through them real quick. Up here, look, I try to keep with what you wanted. 2'6" by, I'm pretty sure it's 4 foot. You're real close to something. I think you're 2'8". I tried to keep more like conventional sizes. 4 foot by 3'6" is just all I could get in there. 4x4. The thing you had drawn in here, we can do that if you want, but it's pretty. It would be pretty costly to have a window up there. It'd be better off if you need to put a skylight in than that gable thing, because these trusses would have to stop on either side of that window, and you kind of create a tough little situation there for stick framing the rest of the roof. You can be done, but for that window, it's going to be a lot of extra work. Whereas you could, and I just put that right above the tub. That's a 1 foot by 4 foot. And here's your 4x4 in the garage, 3x3 over in the laundry room area, 3x3 over the sink. I still didn't know what we're going to do. Do you just want a 1 foot pop out now for the fireplace? I emailed you. You must not have got it. I was kind of waiting until after the weekend to. If I didn't hear from you, then I was going to call it. I didn't want to. Thought maybe you were out of town or something. And this 6x4, 6x6. I kept this one where it was at, but again, I need to hear from you. Did you just want to do like a straight 1 foot pop out here? I wouldn't bother with the angled if you can only come out 1 foot. The other thing to think about, I don't know, if you're saying you have 1 foot to spare on each side, you might think about which one do you want more and move the house over a foot. And let's say you didn't have the fireplace but had the pop out, or move it this way and not have the pop out and have the fireplace. But then these windows, what I did here, I just made a line basically from this. The one down below is centered in between the stairs and the exterior wall, and then this one is centered in the upstairs landing. So this is in line with those two, is all that it is, why I put it there. You really don't want to get, if it was dead smack in the middle, you'd be into the joist, and this is already going to be a tall wall right there. I'm pretty sure you don't want to cut that into the joist, and you don't necessarily need that. You can just nice lighting in the stairwell too. It wouldn't. It's just that this is a big tall wall, and you're going to be putting a hole right in the middle of it. Then I know you got one more window under the stairs here, which I haven't put in yet. Okay, again, like I said, I hadn't added a lot of the detail, because if I got to move walls around and whatnot, it just gets in the way. So this in here, you kind of had a funny thing here where this was open down below to the stairs, to like here. And you realize, and I can tell you realize you're going to have a real funky deal with your cabinets, because you got 5 feet, and then they have to, the ceiling has to rise down below at that point, and so basically your entire bottom of your cabinet is going to be cut in half. But the reason I didn't make this jog in the floor below is because of the joisting. You've kind of created, it can be done if that's really important to you. I'll show you in a second what I did to the stairs, but you're better off even having this. Well, you'd make this cabinet depth. You push this wall back to cabinet depth, and then there'd just be a wall right there. So it's because of joisting why I didn't include that. I don't know that they would add that much to just have that section down below open right there. Then the rest of this, though, I think is all basically what you drew. Let let's look at the stairs. So see what the joists are going to run. This is going to be a bearing wall right to here. The joists will run over here and across the top of the garage. And what you'll do, where we have to have that 5 feet in from here, there'll be a doubled up joist across there, and then then there'll be a header running from there to this other joist I have here. So, and if this is open, we can still do it. We can still, this last joist here, 5 feet, we can double it up and then make this a header as well, and then just put your opening back here. So it's definitely doable. But this is going to, that's pretty nice and open as is. And then because of the, this is an all open room, my thought is to make this a header across here, this bearing wall. And while these joists are all going to run this way on the second floor, these joists have to run, they'll run from here out to the carrier truss. This last truss you have here is it's called a carrier truss, and all these joists can hang off of that carrier truss. So that's why, and you're better off having this beam down below the floor joist in case they need to run ducting through it or something. When you put a header up in here, which you can, so this, you don't have to have that. You can make it the header up inside of the floor system. It's just that it's a little harder for them to get around if they got to run heating in there. So but that's something you can decide later. So anyway, and the one other thing, the way you had it drawn, you had this area as a part of the garage, where it's a laundry room, I believe. So it really needs to be heated space. So it should be a part of the house. So anyway, that gives you plenty to look at.